pitching well, the last 6-7 starts. How good is it, just to get a team win, even if it's not credited to him?
Yeah, no doubt. He pitched extremely well again today, mixed his fastball in and out. Command, control was there, and Henry did a really nice job going to some off-speed stuff second time through and mixed it up with that. But Mitch pitched really well, deserved the win himself, but really pumped that we got the team win.
When he dives into that off-speed stuff and just kind of utilizes his whole arsenal, just kind of how dangerous can he be on the mound?
Really dangerous,
yeah.
Especially when he's able to mix in the four-seamer with the sinker on both sides of the plate, and then he starts throwing the sweeper and the off-speed stuff off of it. Makes him really dangerous, and we've seen that over the last 6 or 7 starts. I think 4 quality in a row, and just doing really well.
This was kind of asked about pregame, but how good is it to see that Mitch is still Mitch and still pitching as well as he does, even when his record is what it is and he hasn't had the team wins he'd hoped for?
Yeah, no doubt. And Mitch has done a good job. We talked about that before, just in controlling what he can, going out there, dominating the zone, getting ahead of guys, throwing strikes, and keeping the other team off the board, which is what we need him to do. And didn't score 6 today, but got enough to get the win, and we're pumped about that.
I mean, David had a tough inning last night. He went back out there today, a little shaky start, and for him to get out of it. I mean, he's a vet and he's been doing this a while, but still, there's kind of a testament to just his mental toughness and kind of the bulldog in him to just try to kind of grind his way and try to find a way through.
No doubt. He's a Pittsburgher. He's tough, and to get out there and do what he did, he's shown it. Really last 2 times with the Cincinnati series, had a rough outing there, came back with another double play, closed that one, and then to get it today, to get that double play at the end and just show, he's an all-star closer for a reason. He's able to bounce back, and his stuff has been really, really good. Last night just they caught a fastball out in front and hit the home run, but he's been really good for us in the past, and he will again.
You said you've been looking for that big hit in a big moment, and O'Neill Cruz had it again today. What impressed you about just the way he's been swinging lately?
Special. We talked about the power, but then he shows the ability to hit the ball in the gap, and you saw the speed getting to third in a big moment. I just can't say enough about him. And then Spencer, the way that he swung the bat today, a couple doubles, just going up there. It's impressive when these guys catch a ball out in front. They're aggressive and show what they can do when they catch it out. O'Neill can hit a triple or he can go deep.
Since you brought him up, what has stood out to you about Spencer, this first week or so that he's been here?
Yeah, really the consistency of the at-bats. He's going up there and finding ways to barrel balls like we talked about, and today to be able to do that again. And the last one, hit it down the line and be able to leg it out for a double, hustling out of the box, and just really the way that he's able to control the at-bat, control the zone, and barrel up the balls. I mean, he's had some great swings on when he's fouled some pitches off too that he's just missed, just like where he's at right now.
What do you like about the way that Caleb was able to navigate that 7th inning game?
Oh, Caleb, getting through that. Frage made a heck of a play there to cut down the run at home, and then we haven't even talked about Shug and him coming in there with the bases loaded to face Churio and getting the fly out to right field. These guys in the pen, they're coming in and they're not scared. They're going out there and doing what they can, firing strikes. Sugar has done it numerous times. He did it in New York. Bases loaded, 2 outs earlier in the game, but today in the 7th, and they continue to battle.
With Spence, whenever you bring in a new player and he starts on the IL, there's that kind of, sense of mystery of what do you have here. Is this basically what you thought you were going to get whenever you brought him in?
No doubt, and it's been really cool to see him not try to make up for that month and a half like we talked about, and especially with the trade coming in, he's just being himself. That's who he is. He works hard every day and goes out there and plays the game the right way, and holds himself to a high standard in how he expects himself to prepare, and then when he goes out there to compete.
What stood out to you about IKF? It seems like no matter where you put him in the lineup, he's been able to produce and kind of set the table for everyone else.
Yeah, he does. He finds ways to barrel balls. He's been going the other way really well, and he's had good at bats too. Just really love the consistency that he brings every single day.
Cody, I don't know how many opportunities you've had, but like you said, mentioned Sugar with the bases loaded. How much is that possibility for a fireman role for someone, whether it's him or somebody else, that you look for those situations and see, almost as like that as an audition.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. So he's really impressed me with his mentality and the way that he comes in and fires strikes and gets after guys, and he's able to control his fastball and his off speed. And in those moments, to be able to control your heart rate too. You know, awesome crowd today out there for a Saturday, great weather, and you can get amped up a little bit in those moments. And he's shown that he can handle that. He can come in and slow things down, stay within himself, and get big outs for us.
What have you liked about I know Henry has one of the best pop times in major leagues right now, but 2 of 3 today, caught stealing.
And almost 3 of 3. I mean, that one was close too. Just tremendous job back there. Again, big blocks too later in the game, and really showed off his arm and the ability to throw those guys out. And I think that, you know, that first one, whatever they called, I think would have probably stood. It was bang bang at second base, and Frazier's doing a heck of a job in IKF too on the one, catching the ball deep, you know, and letting the ball travel and tagging the guys. So kudos to Henry and the middle infield guys.
How much can his ability to shut down the run game kind of creep into the minds of the opponents and kind of deter them from, you know, taking off again?
No doubt. I think that maybe we saw that with Yelich got on a little bit later on, and we all know Yelich likes to run, and he didn't attempt to go there. So I think it definitely, when you got a catcher back there, and Joey last night gunned down a guy, I think it was last night or 2 nights ago, gunned down a guy stealing too. I mean, just the ability that we have to be able to throw guys out, and you know, Henry did an awesome job today with that.